Good morning, my little Starlights. Yesterday, Wuthering Waves hosted Resonator Combat Showcase for Phrolova, and I am super interested in that. Yesterday, unfortunately, I was on a trip, so I didn't have an option to see that, but I thought that I will make a small blind reaction to that. I think Phrolova's character is very interesting, so let's go into it, shall we? Oh my god, the 2D animation. Oh wow, okay.
This dream hero of
And
Tasha
this
lies
transition, I just freaking love these transitions.
thus you fall.
Okay. Okay, she feels like super puppety. Do you see that? She looks like super puppety, like she's on the strings.
You raced.
That's so into her character.
Preparatory rites begin.
She's so elegant in all of her moves. But I am not a real fan of her rectifier. I mean, it looks cute. It looks very detailed. It looks very beautiful. But it looks a little bit out of place when you're playing. Can you see that? Or this is just me? I mean, it is beautifully done, but like in a game, it looks a little bit weird. I don't know. And that she is orchestrating the Hecate to work for her, to fight for her. That is an amazing detail. What? What? Wait, what? What? What?
Chant songs of old.
Oh, freaking god, what? Okay, that was amazing. I know that she's in a state that she directly is like not fighting. The Hecate is doing a fight for her. And I know that in this state, she herself is invulnerable, but instead, Hecate is taking damage. So my question is, when we are moving into other characters, because I know that Hecate is still dealing damage when we switch to another characters, is there an option for Phrolova to just die out of the blue when we're playing other characters, or they stated somewhere that know that she's invulnerable as well as Hecate is invulnerable when we're switching to other characters? Also, I know that her mechanics are one of a kind, I have to admit that, and she is main DPS. And my thought in this is like, when I am pulling for a main DPS, I am like, I want to play the main DPS. I want to deal this damage. And I know you can if you're not switching for other characters, but I'm wondering if that's not gonna be DPS drop. And I know that her best team in slot is gonna be Rochia, whatever you call, and Cantarella, because some of their skills are as Echo. And when Hecate is dealing damage and we are switching to other characters, each time you're using Echo, Hecate is dealing this massive upgraded attack. So first of all, she is bound to a super premium team. That's not something I like. I actually had those issues with Cartithia because I've heard that Chacona is like a mass pull. Unfortunately, I lost 50-50 on Chacona, so I was like, okay, well, it's not gonna be that bad, right? But then I got Cartithia. I'm still working on her, so she's like not fully built. Don't get me wrong, I have a long way to go for that. But I saw a DPS check between when you have Chacona and you do not have Chacona, and that's a kind of huge difference. So my question is, how good Phrolova is gonna be without her premium team? Because I do not have either Rochia, and I don't have Cantarella. I know that's a very bad take, but I don't have Cantarella. And I'm crying because of that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm wondering how she's gonna perform without those two premium characters. And I want you to tell me if you're gonna pull Phrolova, if you have this premium team for Phrolova. And what do you think about how she's gonna perform without them? But her animations are amazing. I gotta admit that. Wait, was Rover the Aero Rover using the Havoc Echo. Yeah. What? Maybe I saw something incorrectly.
Death is near.
Oh, okay.
Death is far. Only in an eternity freed from both life
Oh, I
and
love
death
that each time
that
they're
boundary
using
dissolve.
specific elements tied to the character in their logo.
Sunsets will be no more. Only when we awaken will true daybreak come.
Okay. Okay, she's smiling. Okay, my thoughts are basically that 2D animation is simply amazing. The transition between 2D animation and 2D art, and then the combat showcase. As always, Kuro just made it beautifully, visually stunning, and I am simply here for it. I have just one request. Please leave Phrolova morally gray. I really don't want Kuro to make her cutesy and bubbly and more to a wife. I mean, she could be my wife, but please leave her as a kind of demeanor girl, demeanor woman. We all love demeanor women. So I really hope they won't change her character that much, or they won't be like, oh no, she was good from the beginning. She was just, trying to present herself in a bad way so she can create this whole master plan. But in the end, she's like super cute, amazing, and she's super good character. Let her be morally gray, like I said, and don't change that, because I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I need a little bit more of variety. But other than that, I am really in love with her presentation. I'm really in love with her visuals. Combat visuals are just getting better and better. And I don't know what they're gonna come up with in a year or something, because their combat showcases and characters and their abilities, they're just getting better and better. I don't know. I'm just afraid that at some point there will be so flashy that I'm not gonna see any enemies. But other than that, yeah, I really love that. Unfortunately, I won't be pulling for Phrolova because I am broke. I missed Ruchia and I missed Controlella, so I just don't see the point for me pulling for Phrolova, only because I like her visual design. I will be saving for other characters. Maybe I will pull for Brand because I actually got lucky and I got Lupa, and I have Changli. I also got her skin because, I don't know, she looks so cute. So yeah, that's gonna be my reaction. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the whole combat showcase, and what do you think about Phrolova? What do you think about the whole situation? If the trend of creating so premium teams is gonna stay, because as we can see, there are not a lot of 4-stars, they're not presenting 4-stars at all lately. So yeah, stay shiny, stay cozy, and I love you so much, Starlights. Bye.